Hello, Richard Murbach here with the Tom George Yacht Group. Today we are standing on a 40 Invincible catamaran. We're going to do a walkthrough of this boat here real quick and highlight some of the major features and a couple new little options that we have. This boat powered with the Quad V10 400 Mercuries. Those push this boat about 75 miles an hour, plus or minus, depending on your fuel load. You can get a little bit more out of it on those nice flat calm days. When you're maybe a little lighter on fuel as well. So starting in the transom, we'll highlight our two 70-gallon live wells here. Those are on the gas shock, round live wells that have a sea chest. We've optioned all of our boats with the Best Marine sea chest. This particular one has a 2-pump sea chest and a 3-pump sea chest to feed our 3 live wells that we have in the boat. 3 70-gallon live wells. One side has a 3-pump that has the ability to send that water one way or the other, and the other side has a 2-pump, which both go into here, but if one goes down, you're always going to have that backup. In the side here, we have our dive door with the ladder that pulls out from underneath the deck right here. That's a 4-rung ladder. Gives you nice access into the boat, and we also have our one in the transom. This is a 40 that we optioned with the dual row seating. When you do the dual row seating, you have the flat back tackle station with your drawers, some Plano boxes in the middle, the nice big fat ones on the bottom, which are nice, as well as the frigid rigid cooler that you see there. On the sliding track, you can also get that on an electric sliding track. That one is manual, and we do have a little bit more tackle storage on the port and starboard side of this leaning post. This particular one, we're pretty much bringing them all in now with this, what we call the Pilot House hardtop. It's a modified version of our 46 Pilot House that we build. Trimmed it down a little bit to be able to fit the 40 and the 46 catamaran, as well as the 43-foot monohull that we're building as well. All of those can be optioned with our dual row seating, which we'll highlight right here. 2 rows of 3 seats. These are little box seats with armrests and our bolsters. Very comfortable area. I like the middle 2nd row seat the most. These particular ones do go forward and backwards as well as swivel. These outside ones, if you want to turn them around and watch your spread but still be under our big hardtop, that's a nice option. We can also put these on the gas shock assist seats as well. A couple different options you can do there. Garmin screens. These are the big 24-inch Garmins. Takes up our whole display here, which we like a lot. Some USB chargers as well as our 12-volt outlets located on either side. These are the new USB chargers. If you're that new person and have the new iPhone, some little updates that way. I always try and stay ahead of the curve. Tough to do that with Apple, but those are nice. So you can charge your newer phone. Our Mercury JPO steering gives us the joystick, the position hold feature, and the autopilot is now all built into your Mercury steering as well. The new throttles and our big horn there. Mercury vessel view gauge up front or up top, as well as our Icon VHF that we have equipped on this boat. This one we did the light gray underside of the hardtop, and then the whole side is white. That light gray just breaks it up a little bit, matches our interior that we did with some of the stitching and some of the gray piping that we did on some of these seats. That's come with some of the fun stuff about building these boats. There's a lot of options. Sometimes the build sheet can be overwhelming, but once you figure it all out, it's a lot of fun to build your own boat and pick out the stitching that you want in your boats. Before we move up forward, I did leave this isinglass wing up on purpose. Got a couple different ways that we can do this, but this is the most popular windshield frame. It snaps into the side and then comes down and hooks in the gunnel here, and we have our jaw straps to pull that tight. Overall, the boat is very dry, but we are getting into some of the winter time. That's nice to be able to block some of that colder breeze, as well as obviously any rainstorms or any larger seas that you might run into, to keep everybody nice and dry. We'll walk forward and talk about the coffin box that we have here. I failed to mention, but we have a very large fish box in the transom, as well as some of these smaller boxes up here in the front. These ones would be great for your snappers, smaller groupers, under 50-pound range. So you don't have to fish those things out of the very large boxes that are in the back, all insulated and drain via gravity overboard. Walking forward, we see no step in the front of our boats, all flush deck. That's a big feature that we like to highlight a lot. And despite being off the water line here, you do see I'm still very much in the boat, but I don't have some huge reach to get to my cleats or ability to tie the boat up when we're hanging out at the dock. I'll open up the coffin box here real quick. We see we have coffin box here, little cooler there with our drinks. Throw some sandwiches on top of there. Keep your drinks, your sandwiches nice and water-free. We can do a couple different options there with that space, but that is definitely the most popular lounger. Rod holders on both sides. This particular one has 4 on each side for a total of 8, as well as another 6 rod holders that go through the hardtop on that side of the boat that's not on the side that has the head. Big light bar, the FLIR camera, and our big open array radar there. You also might notice behind me, just so you know, this is a 46. Very similar layout with the dual row seating. Get a little bit more cockpit space on the boat, but both boats perform very well with our V10 400 Mercuries, optioned with the Mercury joystick. A lot of really great options that you can do from the factory, different power packages. Feel free to call us anytime. Come take a look at some of these boats in person. We're happy to take you for a ride. Again, my name is Richard Murbach. I work with the Tom George Yacht Group here in Clearwater, Florida, for the Invincible catamaran. Hope you enjoyed it.